from action, if our undercurrent or our survival mentality is dominating our consciousness, then we will always loop back to our comfort zone, right? So from comfort zone, we go through manifesting or initiation to taking action. And depending on where we pursue in our action, we'll never move towards that deeper empowerment loop of getting to discovery and having these larger places of growth and getting to fulfillment, because we will loop back into comfort, right? And that's what the subconscious is designed to do. It's our primordial fear, our undercurrent of our subconscious, that is that animal instinct of self-preservation, right? Because I am mortal. And that fear of death, that fear of nothingness will always drive us back into what is familiar, what is comfortable. It will hold on to attachments. It will hold on to anticipation in this way. The other place here is we want to be courageous. Bravery does not come at that first action. If I am brave at that first action, then I could be reckless. You know, what if you launch yourself into something without really having it designed somewhat? If I was to not see a house and just buy a house sight unseen, and I've never owned a home, I've never gone through a mortgage, I've never done these types of things, then that could be a reckless action as a hero's journey, right? Instead of like maybe taking it in certain stages, right? For instance, moving to the area, getting familiar with it, making sure I know where I want to live, making sure I at least visit the house in person, stuff like that. So this is the thing of courage versus bravery. When is it important to be courageous, and when does bravery come in? Okay. It was courageous to move to New York. It was also very risky. It was very reckless as well. So the bravery, because I've always been very brave. And what has happened from that is I launched myself into everything completely. I never touched my toe in the water. I never wade in the water. I never liked that style. I always would want to jump in. I would want to dive completely and submerge myself fully. So it was just a different style. And the potential risk I was exposing myself to was more than what it had to be. So this is where, once we've gone through clearing and reprogramming this on a subconscious level, we don't just logically think of this action. We want to intuit our way to it, so that we courageously can take the appropriate action. Right? It can be the smallest action that allows for that miracle to manifest. So this is where we're trying to find that balance, right? So there's one group of theta healers that they sit back in comfort zone and just do belief work. Go up and ask creator for something, but then nothing ever really comes, right? They're always relying on pulling a belief to do the healing. They're always relying just on the belief work side of it to create the manifestation, which it will at times, if that's the only place where there's limitation. But we need the mindset of meeting our manifestation. This is a huge thing from the Manifesting in Abundance class, is action, right? And so I do not have to go 70% of the way there for that 30% to manifest. I may only have to go 5% of the way there. So sometimes it's a small action, and sometimes you're ready for that leap, and it's okay to dive in. But how do you know the difference of when diving in the deep end is the right action, and when you can just be open to receiving and take a small action? This is where intuition comes in. This is where we want to practice guidance, practice receiving that clarity of guidance. And so this is where courage is being willing to step outside our comfort zone. You know, coming back to that quote, it's a dangerous world stepping out your door, right? What was he saying? It takes courage just to walk out the front door. Every time you take a step outside your comfort, anything's possible. So what is stepping outside the door in this goal, in this manifestation? Is it smiling at people? You know, is it waving and saying hi? Is it being willing to not have an awkward, silent elevator ride and going, hey, what's up? What do you do? And like being able to share what you do. There's a reason why they call it an elevator speech, right? So what are those types of small actions that you can intuitively go to